Hello everybody, welcome back to Dunwood Weave Mart's Tip of the Month. March, and for most of us, that means time to put our pre-emergent down. In other words, time to prevent weeds from coming into our rocks, our grass, our untreated areas for about 6 months. And the way to do that is using a product. Typically, we like to recommend Peddi HydroCat. We've got a whole selection of pre-emergents, but we really like this one. It's invisible, won't hurt any existing plants, won't hurt pests as long as you give it time to dry. And you apply your pre-emergent with something like this. This is an orthodilin spray, runs you $21.99, and basically you're going to put your pre-emergent into this container, and you're going to be able to spray all those grass, rock, shrub, dirt areas, even with live plants. This won't, again, hurt anything that's live. But what it's going to do is once you come back and water that into the soil, those areas that you treated are now going to be weed-free almost entirely for 4 to 6 months. So you're going to spend anywhere from $35 to $55 typically, and have a year and a half for most people worth of pre-emergent control out of that purchase. All right, so our next step in prevention this March is going to be looking at the pest side and saying, how can we prevent bugs from crawling in the areas that approach our home? So those same areas that we talked about with weed prevention, we could treat the same soil, the same turf, with a granular product, either Delta 8 or Delta Guard. And what Delta 8 and Delta Guard are granules. These are granular insecticides. So the way that you would distribute it is through something like this. This is a spreader, runs you $25, lasts forever. But what this does is evenly distributes proper amount of chemical that you then will water into the soil. And once you water these granules in the soil, you won't see the scorpions, you won't see the crickets, the ants, most of the major crawling invaders. They don't like it. And anywhere that this is, you're going to get a couple of months typically of not seeing those bugs. Start to see them again, realize, oh, it's been 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Let's put the granules down again, put the spreader, water them in, and you can continue that cycle. Once this chemical dries, no problem at all for your pets to be around. So a great way to do pest control, no spraying involved, simple as can be. One other thing we get asked about this time of the year is, how do I protect my plants, my shrubs and trees? Because typically those aren't granules and sprays. Those are going to be products that can be literally drenched, absorbed into the soil. So Dunwood Chemical Company makes a great product that helps a lot of people with their cactus and their succulents predominantly, but these work on just about any plant or shrub. And even those people who are concerned about their vegetables and their fruits, you can also drench that soil with much safer, still harvest-friendly materials, and application that involves basically mixing chemical and water and soaking the soil around those plants. So very inexpensive, much less than having a treatment. And think about the replacement cost of plants these days. You can drench very, very inexpensively. There's a little bit of work to figuring out the formula of exactly how much in coverage, but we'll help you with that. We do all the calculation in store and set it up basically ready to go. So come on in, let us show you how to drench once a year. You can take care of those desert plants.